What's going on? It's Kevin Kenny. We're live. This is a Build series in New York City, and our guest today is a global phenomenon. He's celebrating 20 years in the entertainment industry in 2020 in grand fashion. He's got a huge tour coming up right now, new music out, and an album maybe by year's end. Please give it up for Omarion.
Hey! What's up, good people? Yeah.
You know what's funny? And this is a great example, a smaller example than maybe you'd see at the Millennium Tour. But whenever you're around, whenever any of your peers are around, it feels like a community, man. It feels like a reunion of sorts.
Yes.
And I think that's got to be, when you think of all the accomplishments, of course, the record sales, the tours around the world, but that's got to be up there with all of it, no?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always so thrilled to see my OG fans, you know. Yes, they all in here. You know, they've been a part. We've been a part of each other's lives for a long time. So it's always cool to see them. Happy to see you guys. Word up.
It's so special though, and it's so rare that it feels like that. Because I've been to, I went down to the Miami date you guys did at American Airlines.
Hey, did you have fun?
Oh, I had me and my buddies, dude. We all flew in. It was like, again, like a reunion. But even there, people you didn't even know, it just felt like a community. It felt like you knew them through this music that you've given us with all these other great, tour mates of yours. What do you attribute that to? Is it growing up with your audience, you think, that kind of deepens that connection?
Yes, definitely. I think that we have a special connection because we grew up together, and that's not always the case with a lot of artists, you know what I mean? So I think because we share that time, we can always kind of like tap in. And I'm so happy to have something like a Millennium Tour where we can all like actually tap in with each other, you know what I'm saying? Because if we didn't have the Millennium Tour, then it would just be about new music. It would just be about, maybe some movies and stuff like that. But the tour, it gives us an opportunity to, some of the fans get meet and greet. So I get to personally see them and spend time with them. So, yeah.
It's like the best of both worlds.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
But also I want to give you credit because, there's people that we listened to back in the day that maybe sonically or creatively stayed back in the day. You have always evolved, man. You've always leveled up. So as the audience has evolved, you've evolved too. And I think that's how you've remained such a big part of our lives as an artist. And I think I want to give you, that's something that you do get the credit for the longevity, you get the credit for the hits, but I don't know if you get the credit for reinvention, man, because I feel like there's so many moments, right? There's like the bump, Omarion. There's the Icebox.
Right.
Omarion. There's supposed to be Omarion.
Wow.
There's the new Omarion.
Right.
Was that ever a concerted effort for you as an artist when you were going in the studio and you knew you had these hits behind you, these moments behind you,
right,
to reinvent?
Yeah, I think that it's always been important to progress and to always look ahead. And I think that is also a connective tissue to, the past. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I always like to challenge myself and, continue to grow as an artist. I think that is natural. We all evolve as people. So I think the music should speak to that as well. So, yeah, I've always taken my life experiences and always tried to embed them in my music because that's truly what connects us, our experiences. Yeah.
This synergy, this synergy that I'm seeing from the outside of, Omarion's past and Omarion's present.
Yes.
Is that also tied to this sort of this new comfort you found, in your own words, with your purpose in life?
Yes. I mean, that has everything to do with it. I think when you reveal your purpose in life, things do, become a little bit easier because you know where you want to go. And my purpose as an artist is to bring joy to this planet. I've been given the opportunity to start at a very young age and to really say, at this point in time in my career, what do I want to contribute? And when I think about my journey and, the difficult moments, I think like I want to bring joy. So I hope when people listen to me, they feel something. And I really attribute that, to the lasting power and the real just faithfulness of the fans coming through and supporting. And, I love y'all. So it's lit. It's lit.
You as a creative, I mean, your identity must be so intertwined with your art and your life. Have you found that your purpose in your music and your art is synonymous, is the same thing as your purpose in life, or are those two different things in your mind?
No, I think it is synonymous, and I also think that is the connective tissue that connects us all because, everyone is going through different things, at different moments.
Right.
But if you could find a song, it's like, whatever's going on in the world, it doesn't matter. We're all connecting when the song plays. And I think that is an important connective tissue that is missing from some music now. It's like, well, what is it telling us? Is it inspiring us? Is it motivating us? And I think that is what I've been able to amass over this time is really like, well, what am I doing it for? And I truly do it to inspire people, to motivate people. And, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Yeah.
I'm actually curious. You bring that up and things that might be missing in music today.
Yeah.
With the perspective that you have, 20 years on now.
Uh-huh.
What are some things that you see maybe not happening or missing in music today?
I guess just thoughtfulness. I think, it is difficult for certain artists because, they don't really have any real support, artist development. I think all of these things take a kind of toll on the creative artist because, it becomes about, being famous on Instagram or having a certain amount of numbers. I think that, when you create a product, it doesn't matter, how many eyes see it. I think it's really about the people, the people that, truly champion. Like my fans, they're so lit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what I mean? They like, if I drop something, they telling other people about it. And I think that is the natural, sense when you put your heart and soul into something. Yeah.
I almost feel like, as somebody that just consumes music, certainly doesn't make it, is like, it seems like a lot of hits nowadays are reverse engineered. And maybe I was just young and naive and maybe they always were, but I had to imagine, like, it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna write a song this way so somebody doesn't skip it in 3 seconds on Spotify.
Right.
And then I'm gonna make it so it'll go viral on TikTok. And it's all starting from like the end point as opposed to like something organic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's important, when we're talking about connecting with people, that it comes from within and inside, you know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes it sounds a bit cliche, but it is truly how we connect. If I go through something and I make a song like Icebox and, I don't know what you went through in your relationship, but in some part of that song, you connect with that.
Yeah.
We're connected forever. It doesn't matter where I go on this planet, we connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Icebox and the hits from back in the day, man,
Hey.
let's talk Millennium Tour really quick.
Can you
how did Bow Wow become a part of it? Because I know he popped up at the Atlanta date last year.
Yeah.
But how long has this been in the talks?
It actually happened last year. I did a So Def reunion for Bow. I came out like 2 dates, and when we were in Atlanta for the Millennium Tour, I was like, "Yo, you got to come out." But let me also say, Bow Wow is a very important person. As far as the kids in music goes, I call them the King Kids because, without the Scream Tour, B2K and myself as an entertainer wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to be in front of, all of these eyes and to actually make a connection. Because I know some of the fans that are here, they went to the first Scream Tour. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is like, we connected the first time at that tour, and that's really to fast forward. That's what the Millennium Tour is about. It's like we need that space to connect again, you know what I mean? And Bow Wow was the person that was really successful as a kid and really created that platform. So I think the natural cycle of things, it's kind of like, in the 2000s, the 90s were appreciated, and now in the 2020, now the early 2000s are being appreciated, you know what I'm saying? So that time is just coming back around for us to, tap in once more and enjoy that music, those fond memories that we had back in the day. Yeah.
Would you go so far as to say that Bow was a mentor to you at all? Because I think about you, and like it's funny. Somebody referred to you as a child star recently in one of his interviews, and I was like, I never thought of Omarion as a child star because like I was a kid when you were a kid.
Right.
But I was like, you really were. You really grew up in front of us. But I never heard you mention a mentor of sorts or somebody that sort of showed you the way. Was Bow the closest thing to that from an entertainment perspective?
Well, the thing about my relationship with Bow is that we were kids, and it wasn't a whole bunch of other kids, having the type of schedule that we did. It was like, okay, you wake up in the morning, and then we got school, and then we have a work schedule. So I think because of, our work our dense work schedule as kids, that automatically connected us to a time and to an experience. And, you know, that's why I think we're still very close now to this day, is because it's like an unspoken language. All of our experiences, this is 20 years too, you know, being in the game. So I think that's why we have remained, you know, and stayed connected, because we really truly connected during that era and that time, you know what I'm saying, early 2000s. So
20 years in the game, of course, but
Yeah.
I want to wish you a belated anniversary.
Thank you.
15 years since the debut album.
Yes.
Do you do anything like personally to celebrate something like that? Is that just kind of like a nice nod to the
Right.
past?
Well, yeah, and well, I probably should have done something, but no, this year we've been just, you know,
So
focusing.
busy, right?
Yeah, we just been focusing on, you know, the new song, the tour, you know, high volume, all 2020 Omarion
Crazy,
for sure. Yeah.
I'm tired just thinking about your schedule, man. Let's kick it to this song. Can You Hear Me? This is featuring T-Pain.
I've been acting hella different lately. Can you hear me? Hey. Okay.
They already
You
know the
y'all
words.
know. You got to get the song now, Playboy. I see you. You looking like, I don't know about that one.
Why? This is the first taste of a Passport that we're gonna get this year. Why was this the first step, or why was this the correct first step?
Well, Can You Hear Me is actually, you know, a single song, and I have some more songs that I'll be putting out before Passport.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So this is in addition to the album.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 2020 is going to be high volume Omarion year, so this is not the only song that I'll be dropping before Passport. But Passport, myself and James Fauntleroy, is done. So that could come at you at any moment, you know what I mean? You don't know. That could come and hit you. Wow, that might hit you. Okay, that might hit you. Yeah.
You as a creative, though, just knowing that the Passport album is done, how hard is it going to be to not try to, you know, change it at all, add something? Like,
Right.
What makes it done in your eyes already? Is it just such a cohesive body of work? It doesn't need anything else?
Well, it is an experience. It's not just like your typical album, you know. If I could give you a little bit about what it is, it's about my journey. It's about all that I experienced, you know, in my love life, and really coming to the realization that actually I'm enough. All I need is me. I'm enough. And I don't have to, you know, pour that into a significant other, so to speak. You know, if I get that, then, you know, it's all good. But for the most part, it's like, you need to be enough. You need to know that. So Passport is really the sum total of my love in life and relationships. So I can't wait for you guys to get that experience. Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man. Still thinking late 2020?
Yeah, late 2020. I mean, you know, in between time, in the meantime, you know,
Yeah.
Can You Hear Me featuring T-Pain. Also another song that I'm gonna be dropping real soon, titled You and I. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of music.
A lot of features?
I don't know. I think there's gonna be some surprises.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can't speak about yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this feature is like, you know, we gotta give it up to the GOAT, T-Pain. You know what I mean? Shout out to T-Pain for doing this collab with me. But yeah, this is a fun song. I hope people dance when they hear it. It's awesome. Yeah.
Kicking it back to the tour really quick. Of course, I know firsthand. Who here has been to the Millennium Tour, by the way? Show of hands. All right. You're going to be here at MSG on Friday. Then you're coming back into the area the 22nd doing, I think, Prudential, maybe,
Yes.
out in Jersey.
Yep.
Of course, you know, just you're doing the Forum out in LA, which is crazy.
Hey.
And then you're also doing your first ever international date, I think.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
At the O2, that we just announced that. So yeah, everybody that's a part of the Millennium Tour will be in the UK. Yes.
So crazy.
Let's.
It's
Yeah, because
wild.
we didn't get to go overseas last year. We didn't get to do any dates overseas.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to hit the UK, and also too, I want to, you know, talk about my partnership that I just did with Zeus and Zeus Network, and we're going to be given the opportunity. The fans are going to be given the opportunity to check out the Millennium Tour last year. If they didn't see it, you know, it will be on the Zeus Network. You know,
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Man. Marion's getting busy in 2020, man.
Yeah, we got the essential oils. Did you hear about?
Oh, Unbothered.
Unbothered. Yeah.
This is why I love Omarion, because there's like a meme every few days, right? That goes viral. You turned into a business, man. I love this.
It's amazing. I think that it's so dope to be motivated and inspired by the fans and what they feel and what they see. I think a lot of the times people kind of crown themselves, but it's just something unique and special when the fans is like, yo, always unbothered. And I'm like, yes, I am. Now let's get an essential oil. What does that smell like? Yeah.
Do you have any, this might be a funny question, but do you have any tips, or is there a secret to being so unbothered? Because, I mean, there are probably, you get interviewed and you get asked about plenty of people in your life that seemingly you could be mad at or you could be upset with if you so chose to, but you're so genuinely not. Because sometimes, sometimes in interviews you can tell, oh, no, I like that guy, I like that. No, right. Underneath, that guy hates that guy. But you are so genuinely just focused on you and just healthy. I mean, you just sound healthy.
Thank you, man.
Is there a secret to that? Is there any tips you can provide in terms of like that Zen energy you seem to exude?
Yeah, I think self-reflection really, truly helped me, just looking within and, asking myself some, difficult questions, like what happens after you really get upset or, what's the next step? Just really challenging myself to go further. And, that would be one tip. And, also another tip is you have to make the choice. You have to choose to decide if you want to be happy or if you want to be miserable. It's really important that, you choose the best for you and the best for your future. So self-reflection gets you in tune and taps into, what you might need for yourself. So that has really helped me. That has really, self-reflection has really been the motto. It's like, wait a minute, how do I feel about that? Give me a moment, hold on. And then I go through what I need to go through and then I move on. Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize, right? Like, there's the thing that happens to you, and then there's your reaction.
Yes.
And I think too often at times, especially when we're younger, right?
Like
We compound the two.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's kick it to Twitter. We got some fans over here asking questions.
Hey.
Comes from @Judy. I've loved you since B2K. You were my favorite. You have been successful in this industry for 20 years now. So what advice would you give to those who are trying to make it in the industry today, or even for those who are just trying to be successful in their own craft?
I would say get used to being uncomfortable. Challenge yourself, have a reason, stand within your purpose. I think when, you figure out why you want to do something, then you know what you want to do. Intention is really important. So for me to, any artist or any creative person or anyone that just wants to that has goals, that wants to amass their goals, just stay focused, you know what I mean, and keep pushing yourself. Yeah.
We got some fan questions here in New York City. The first is going to come from Bills.
Bills.
Yeah.
Got the Bills. What up, Bills?
Hey,
oh, you too cool, Playboy? What up, Bills? Cool. Hey, what's up, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Everybody says 20 years, and, I grew up watching you. How do you stay so sane? I mean, I remember B2K would shut down malls, and even now, you're still a star. I'm pretty sure TMZ follows you everywhere. How do you really stay sane? Like, what's the secret? I can't even stay sane and nobody knows me.
I think having a good foundation, I'm like so happy that my brother, is here and I get to have a bro to go through things with and to communicate with. Like the foundation, is real important. The people you love, the people you confide in, the people that are there for you in your time of need. That's really the secret, you know what I mean? But you gotta definitely be blessed to have those people that support you, and are not jealous of you. You know what I mean? They don't want to take from your plate. They want to always continue to, encourage you. That's the secret, Good foundation, bro.
Thank you for the secret.
Yeah, word up.
All right, let's get to Kiki.
Hi.
Hey, now you looking good now. I like that shirt with the hat now. Okay, yeah.
So I've been realizing, you said in your interview that you have been doing like self-reflection.
Yes.
So what is like the best thing that you have gotten out of that process?
Just taking a moment of silence. I think that the phones and, this going on over here and that going on over here is like you really just need some time alone. Just spend some time alone and do nothing and just, contemplate with your thoughts and listen to yourself. That helps me. And yoga too. If you want to get your stretch on, it's kind of like a metaphor. If you become more flexible in your body, then you can become more flexible in your thought process. Okay. So yoga's good too.
Okay, thank you for asking my question. I'll see you Friday night.
See you Friday. See you Friday. Word up.
Oh, I love that. All right, final one from, is it Yumia? Yumia.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey.
So my question is, how do you cope with being away from home for long periods of time?
It's tough. I'm so happy that FaceTime was invented. For this tour, I actually get to go back and forth from home, so I'm not missing it that much. It's a lot of work on the table, but for the most part, I tap in with my kids, I tap in with my mama, my fam every day. So we stay connected. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Questions. This went by so fast, Omarion.
Hey, it's all good, man.
We're going to see you Friday, though, MSG.
Friday, yes.
And tour dates, of course, online. Where can they check that out? Do you know? Is it just just following you?
Yep, the Omarion on the IG and Twitter, and also the Millennium Tour on IG.
Right
Yep,
on.
that's all the info. And thank you, man. It's always a pleasure. Ladies, fellas, appreciate you. No doubt. Hey.
Guys, one more time for Omarion.
Thank you.